Hi everyone, today for the International Women's Day, I want to talk about the gender inequality, a challenge that persists worldwide. Women continue to face significant barriers in economic opportunities, political representation, education, and safety. Even though progress has been made, the global gender gap is still 68.4 closed, meaning we are far from true equality according to the World Economic Forum. One of the biggest issues is the gender pay gap. Women on average earn less than men for the same work and are overrepresented in low-paying, informal, or precarious jobs. Additionally, unpaid care work, such as childcare or elder care, is mostly done by women and is often undervalued. Another major challenge is underrepresentation in leaderships and politics. Women hold fewer positions in government, corporate leadership, and decision-making roles. Structural barriers such as sexism and lack of access to professional networks make it harder for women to advance. Education and healthcare access are so unequal. In many regions, girls face obstacles to education due to cultural norms, early marriage, or lack of resources. Additionally, many women struggle to access reproductive healthcare and maternal services, which directly impacts their well-being and economic independence. Finally, gender-based violence remains a serious global issue. Domestic violence, sexual harassment, and human trafficking continue to threaten women's safety. Shockingly, gender-based violence has increased by 50% in armed conflicts since 2022, according to the UN Women. In many countries, laws fail to protect women or hold perpetrators accountable. But the impact of intersectionality. Gender inequality does not affect all women the same way. The race, ethnicity, class, sexual orientation, disability, and immigration status create unique challenges for different groups of women. Women of color often experience racism and sexism simultaneously, leading to disparities in employment, healthcare, and justice systems. Low-income women have fewer resources to access education, healthcare, and legal protection, making it hard to escape poverty. LGBTQ+ women face discrimination, violence, and exclusion from social and economic systems. The women with disabilities encounter barriers in education, employment, and healthcare, facing double discrimination. And finally, the migrant and refugee women are vulnerable to exploitation, trafficking, and restricted access to essential services. But how can we address these disparities? Well, solving this issue requires policy changes, economic empowerment, and cultural transformation. Stronger laws and policies makes the government to must enforce equal pay laws, anti-discrimination policies, and gender quotas to increase women representation in leadership. The economic support, investing in women's education, entrepreneurship, and access to financial resources can create economic independence. Recognizing and compensating care work is also essential, and the universal healthcare access to reproductive healthcare and maternal services is also crucial for gender equality. Then combating gender-based violence with strengthening legal protections, increasing support for survivors, and holding perpetrators accountable are necessary steps. The cultural change are promoting gender equality through education, media representation, and social campaigns can help shift harmful stereotypes in the new generations. But also, as a conclusion, achieving gender equality requires addressing systemic barriers that disadvantage women, especially those with intersecting identities. By adopting inclusive policies and intersectional approaches, we can create a world where all women, regardless of their background, have rights, opportunities, and safety they deserve. Change is possible, and it starts with us. Thank you so much.